I think this is a very early hint of what a chaotic year politically and legally the United States is in for. It will be absolute chaos in the courts up and down the land as Donald Trump looks set to be the Republican Party candidate for president, but with so many challenges legally against him. This decision by the Secretary of State in Maine, who is the top election official in that state, follows a similar decision made by a court in Colorado just before Christmas to ban Donald Trump from their ballot as well. That said, I don't think we should read too much into what is happening here yet, for two reasons. First of all, both Colorado and Maine are outliers. Other courts in states across the land who have been asked to look at Donald Trump's eligibility for candidate for the election have come to a different decision. They have all upheld his right to stand as a presidential candidate. So these two states are out on their own. That's not to say others might not follow, but they have not done so yet. That's the first thing to bear in mind. The other is that in Colorado and almost certainly now in Maine, the Supreme Court here in Washington, D.C., the Supreme Court of the land, will take up the cases, will look at them and may well overturn them. In Maine, too, there is the chance for an appeals court there to overturn it as well. So the legal process has got some way to go. But, you know, she is the Secretary of State in Maine, is the highest election official there. This is a significant decision, no doubt. But as I say, it could well be overturned. As you would expect, Donald Trump's team have released a statement. It is highly political in its nature. It says that the Maine Secretary of State is a virulent leftist and a hyper-partisan Biden-supporting Democrat who has decided to interfere in the presidential election on behalf of, as they put him, crooked Joe Biden. We're witnessing, they say, in real time, the attempted theft of an election and the disenfranchisement of the American voter. And I think on that last point, there is something worth bearing in mind. The idea that voters who are deeply supportive of Donald Trump suddenly find themselves unable to vote for their candidate. If these two decisions in Colorado and in Maine are upheld, a big if, then suddenly Donald Trump supporters in those states, and there are many, will find that their candidate is not there. They're not able to vote for him. And in such a febrile political atmosphere in the United States, that is potentially quite a dangerous moment.